$89,000 American dollar Bitcoin price, welcoming you back to crypto's juiciest news. I think we deserve a very fat base.
Listen to the fat bass.
Check it out, baby dolls. This is the Bitcoin price chart. Have you ever seen anything as magnificent and glorious as this? It is literally just uptrending to the moon. I mean, you can see it here from 10th of November, was 74K. By the way, this is where Michael Chad Saylor was buying around here. If I go around here, he was buying at $74,000. And I'm just going to show you that announcement soon. So Bitcoin is flying, absolutely flying. We've got so much to cover. The stock market was ripping and roaring too. Now I'm just going to show you how powerful those candles are. This is the monthly candle of Bitcoin. It's going literally through this channel, but you just got to be careful. It could always like do some grindy sideways action. I mean, it would be really nice if we shot above this, come back down, scare everyone next year, and then we're actually off to the races. That's what we're looking for, but it's outside of our control right now. Bitcoin is leading the pack. Of course, friends, it all comes down to Mr. Stonk Market. Remember Mr. Russell? He was a very naughty boy from before. Mr. Russell is absolutely cranking. Look at Mr. Russell right now. He's literally marching on towards the highs. The S&P 500 as well hit 6,000. I mean, we want to talk about a massive pump. It's right here, man. A 6,000 S&P. Wow. Do you remember, man? They were all talking about 3,000 because we all thought it was going to get basically bonked to the floor. And I got to remind you as well. So ultimately, Ultimately, friends, Donald Trump is going to pump things to the moon. I just had a knockout of my camera because I was too excited as well. So remember, Donaldo has a very inflationary policy regime. So it's pretty much, he's told everybody, okay, we're going to bring manufacturing back. What does that actually mean? It means all these companies, they have to build all the warehouses. They have to build a lot of capital equipment. So they have to go to the bank. They have to borrow money. That's going to increase the money supply. It's going to be very inflationary. They're going to do a lot of money spending, but that's exactly what you want. Also, that's going to put pressure down on the US dollar. So when we see a big, glorious, magnificent crypto pump, you got to remember it's going to come at a bit of a cost. Purchasing power is going to be eroded for the average person out there. But this is what we want, man, because if we were to make everything the other way, deflationary, people aren't in the mood to spend. Okay, so if we're in a very inflationary area like we are right now, in terms of you can look at these different quadrants of the economies and stuff and how fast or slow they move, you want to be in this because people will find it very, very hard to predict how much inflation there's going to be. And usually what that means is they will come and probably FOMO buy scarce assets like our crypto to the moon like you wouldn't believe. Because it's very hard for people to compute different like inflation rates and stuff per year and compound it in their head. Now I'm just going to go through and show you some of the most important things, friends. The shoe emoji is still here for Ethereum. Yes, Ethereum is still lagging behind, but don't worry. I mean, it's going to take a while, friends. Remember I told you $100,000. I don't know why. I don't know. I'll get a good feeling on this. What does the market want to see? We all want to just see this $100,000 number. And then I think retail just want to see it hold. They want $100,000 to be cleared and for them to get nuts. I don't know. Look, it's not like I speak to people specifically, tell them, oh, I'm FOMOing at 100K. I think that number is just, it's so big, it's so glorious. They have to plant it everywhere on the news media and everyone to get in. And by the way, that Coinbase App Store ranking is climbing. It's up to like 82 now. Yeah, it used to be like rank 500. It's now 82, but don't worry, it's going to have to accelerate as we pump on further. So also, friends, the stock market pumping hard, send Bitcoin ripping. Bitcoin has flipped silver. So Uncle Peter Schiff is unfortunately in massive, massive coke. Bitcoin has flipped silver, and I'm going to go through that a bit later as well. Tether minted 2 billion, which is a freaking enormous, and Michael Chad Saylor bought about 27,000 BTC. Also got a comment here from our friend Mr. Cornelius. Is Richard Hart in the green yet on his Ethereum purchase? No, sir. You can actually see this on his website. Look into rh.com. Which I can show you right now. Look into rh.com. So it's about 10% down right now. But yes, if you're thinking about a pDAI exit liquidity bridge or how far these things have to pump, like even if he's in profit, it doesn't really matter. Maybe psychologically it does matter. Like being in profit a little bit, it's not concerning to us. The real concern is, does Ethereum stop at $7,000 to $10,000? Or does it go towards the $10,000 to $20,000 zone. That's pretty much that's a big determination, I think, in terms of like trying to measure how far we're gonna pump for all these like slingshot leverage products on Ethereum. So I'll show you now the Ethereum price chart. Ethereum's now around 3,300, 3,400. See, this red line is where Richard Hart's average price is. We need to get up here, man. We need to get to this 1.618, all these 2.6 around. We need to get to this zone. But there's still a lot of money. Like, everything's going to crank hard. It's just how much of a crank are we going to get? That is ultimately just it's the factors that are pretty much going to explain most of the moves. They're outside of our control, as I always mention, right? Could be a bit of Bitcoin pricing going up, a bit of Ethereum, maybe some stock market, things like also the US unemployment data. Maybe that continues to be strong. You start to build all of these things up, and then we have a big case for our alt season. I'm quickly going to show you as well the Bitcoin dominance, friends. Bitcoin dominance is still around here. It feels like something's done here. But remember, you can't trade off it, even though technically you can on Binance. It doesn't really matter. I mean, the good thing is right now, you're waiting for Bitcoin to go as high as it can before stopping. This is what we want. That's what we've seen every single time. At the beginning of 2017, actually, I'll show you this. At the beginning of 2017, when Bitcoin first went on its move, so this is Bitcoin price today. Remember, actually, in 2021, look where it stopped. It stopped around 30K, and then had another 2x to go, okay? But at the beginning of 2017, which you're looking at here, Bitcoin stopped around, believe it or not, around 1,000, and then it did the final 2x. Okay, you see this? Another 2x. This is where ETH BTC peaked. It still has never gotten here today. You see this? So it's very important, right? So Bitcoin, it climbs above its all-time high. So it climbs above, it starts stalling around here and does like another big stalling out zone, okay? Unfortunately, back in 2021, that was very truncated. So it was very dampened. We didn't get like a big, huge move. That's why everybody's kind of in disbelief. Like, how's it stopping only here? We've only barely broken the all-time high. So like I said, man, you just have to take what the market gives you. Friendly reminder as well, it is a meme coin super cycle. We are going to see DeFi, gaming, metaverse, even NFTs. A lot of things are going to come back, friends. They are. But everything is correlating. Yes, we all see it. We've seen all the charts, all the tables. Everything's green together. Everything's red together. It's just about picking the fastest horse. If you're in crypto, don't stress too much about specifically the fastest horse. The point is you're in crypto to begin with, okay? How people in real estate, they're going to be like cheering at like a 10% growth rate for the year. They'll be cheering at that. Stock market people, same thing. They're looking at that 10% spot. But in crypto, man, like if we're annualizing 55% per year in altcoins, but guess what? They've been going down for like 2 to 3 years. So what the hell they have to do next? Well, actually, if you look at all the charts, which I'll show you now, what they do next is freaking enormous. And you can actually look at it here to actually catch up. We'll grab the chart right now. To actually catch up to like where it has to go, this is freaking insane. Look at this move. Actually, it's at 278 now. Wow. So think about this, man. You get that. That's a 3.7x, almost, let's just say 4x, a 4x, 300% gain. You got to remember, everybody in real estate, they're getting 10. Now you're going to get a 300% gain in this. But like I said, you've been going down for a few years. But this is the price you pay. This is the price you pay for this. If you actually zoom in, this is Others, friends. Remember, Others has confidently broken up. We actually didn't have that one more last rinse, but better to be safe than sorry, yes? And then we have to pretty much cranky G all the way up to the top, and you will definitely see your own bags pump. Only question is how much, right? Are you going to be okay? Like, if this whole index is moving up a 4x, technically, and I do mean this, if your whole portfolio from today, if you top tick 8x from today, okay, if it stops there at 8x from today, you outperform the index. So you won't have any mercy from, say, the general public or people you're trying to ask for help from in the next bear market because you didn't get out. Okay, I'm just being completely honest with everyone because everything about here, friends, I know we're hoping we're going to get way more than 8x, but this just looking at this whole industry and the size it's going, putting it all together, you can see a clear picture. Also, friendly reminder here, new to crypto and meme coins, I've been talking about greedy VC tech coins for over 2 years now. Hundreds of videos informing you of the real product market fit developing in crypto. Look at this, friends, just for my videos earlier in the year, exposed by the real DeFi coins, not VC. We are sick and tired of VC coins, meme coins. People are revolting against VC insiders. So when you're here 18 hours a day, you do have a chance, like me, to sniff out. That's why I give you the highest value content in crypto. Like, subscribe. We sniff out what the emotional money, what do people really feel in their hearts. Kind of like, friends, if Donald Trump's campaign, the Trump war room, they go around America like, hey, what do you really think about people chopping off their genitals? What do you really think about puberty blockers giving to kids? You know, this type of stuff that they figure out here. Well, you and I, see, with that stuff, you can't really make money. We don't really care about that. You know what I mean? Like, okay, society's pendulum is swinging, whatever. But with this, you can. You can make money because people are going to allocate capital, you see? So if you can figure out what the emotional money is thinking and feeling ahead of everyone else, you pretty much smash it, which is exactly what we're doing. So everything will go up. They will go up. But look, I just got a feeling, friends, at the end of this cycle, there's going to be a big difference between, I think, the left and right curve results and the mid curve results. I think we're going to see like these big memes where they're just going to show a comparison of like, these people just bought like the Trumps, the memes, the cults, the religions. They absolutely smashed it. 3,000% was like a 30x or something. And then everybody else on the other side, they're getting like a 4 or a 5 or something. I just feel like something like that brewing. I also think it's good to reflect on this, friends. Check out this is post here. Look at this. Okay. This post was posted on Twitteroonies. He goes, I'm close to killing myself. I am not joking. Don't, bro. Most of my money was lost in Solana. Please, Sol is $8. You will make it back. And I lost like half my Sol. Okay, so this is pretty much from 2 years ago. Solana was pretty much $8 at the lows. And I'll show you the chart right now. I mean, like, think about this, friends. This is exactly where it was. This guy's Solana was $8. And then it cranks up 2,600%. So $26. Sorry, a 26x, 27x on your money. But remember, man, like I know we champion like, oh wow, congratulations. It really is a unicorn. Okay, I did the numbers myself. I know all these. There's only 5 coins out of 500 from last cycle that came back. 5, and we know them all. We have Fetch, we have BNB, we have Solana, we have Floki, and then we have Injective. Okay, so just 5 coins out of literally 500, which means pretty much now you know. If 2025 gets very silly, if Bitcoin's 200k, altcoins are going nuts, and there's all these celebrity coins, and Ty Lopez launches a coin, if you're still continuously punting and buying stuff around that time, just know that if you have to hold through a bear market, by the time December 2028 comes, around there, or Q4 2028, that's a long time, man. There's a chance you're still down 70 to 90% after a big recovery, okay? You got a 99% chance of picking the wrong thing. So that's very, very important to know for the next cycle. And naturally, when you see something like that, friends, you want some Pumpy G music. You got to remember, okay, everyone, I know what everyone's thinking. When is my altcoin going to pump to the moon? A lot of the baby dolls in Telegram been asking me about coins. I think like we heard about Roost. I didn't know there's a community takeover. Trust me, friends, I don't know. A lot of these people, yes, if I made videos about them and we memed them and we could do, it's a lot of work. Okay, they could come back, but I'll just tell you now, I'm just gonna show you what happens when people miss out, okay, on a bull market and then they come and punt something. You can see this on Colt DAO. This is March 2022. Snap, 444x. Okay, so just showing you, the longer the bull market goes. Okay, it's funny how it works. The longer it goes, the more desperate people become. So that it works the inverse to how you think, because like the longer something goes, the more expensive it is. So why are people more desperate? Because they just love buying higher prices. That's it, because they think it will go on forever. And also, the longer the bear market goes, the more depressed everyone is, right? So this is just what happens. The longer we have this bull market, the further things go up. People aren't on them. People aren't on everything. They're holding stuff that's not moving. They've traded themselves out, and there's always new people coming in. And these new people coming in, they've got capital. They're going to throw stuff around. And you know what I've noticed, friends, as well? I've seen this, actually seen this, okay, in 2021. When things haven't moved, people will actually gather around, buy in, and start narratives themselves. They'll actually do that. So you don't really even need to have a good coin per se. You just pretty much need someone to want it to go up. And you know, every coin has like big holders, right? It's very easy for them to just basically be coerced, or even to gather around and be like, oh yeah, let's start a narrative for something. And you'll be very surprised, because it's so easy, man. If Doge hits 100 billion market cap, you know, well, Bitcoin's 100K. That's the tagline. Everyone knows it in the media. Like, hey, did you miss Doge? Okay, get this one. You see that? Oh, did you miss this 100x move? Get this. Okay. Did you miss Pepe? Go and get this. And actually, it works. It works really. It works ridiculously powerful. I wish it didn't work, okay? Because it grabs people so much. And even if you explain to them, say, how do I know this, friends? Because that was half my conversations back then were about it. Was about coins that they heard in the media and me trying to tell them, hey, that's not the real one, or be careful, or it's just another dog coin. It didn't matter, dude. It literally didn't matter, friends. I saw, and trust me, at the end, it's not even about which coin specifically went up or what narrative. It was just, I want to get into crypto, get me every single bag I can get my hands on. That's it. That's pretty much what it comes down to. We have a $2 billion Tether print. This is freaking insane. I'm literally saying get long now. As you remember, friends, I told you about the Jeet stack. Remember I said, well, it's running out of time. Yeah, you can now see it. We're down to days, literally like minutes away. Is every single altcoin going to pump in unison together? No, we're gonna have to wait for that rotation and stuff. But this Tether pumping, right? This is huge. 2 billion USDT. This increases the whole market cap of crypto. That's actually how crypto goes up. Money gets put in US bank accounts, and then they give them the Tether. They go and they spend stuff. They usually, buy Bitcoin, buy Ethereum, and buy whatever they need. What's going on in Pulse Chain ecosystem? This is the 24-hour reading, friends. There's been a bit of cheating going around. Here we have top 5 winners, top 5 losers. Jupiter, Daihan, the P, Shiba Inu. These things, honestly, don't worry about them. You're going to see extremely volatile stuff. Because this is nothing, man. Because how these things are going to go up like 30x? They have to do like 80% and 40% and 30% anyway. And you can see all the core coins as well moving green. They were a bit more green from before. We just had a couple of cheating, but this is just what happens, man. People get rinsed out. They see something moving. They get impatient. And it just takes time. It takes time for Bitcoin to finally settle as valuation for everyone to reprice things higher. But, of course, we always get asked the question, hey, why didn't you just sit in your stable coins for 3.5 years and then go buy the stuff that moves? Well, like I said, firstly, you do not know the cycle was going to repeat exactly the same. Okay, imagine you're still waiting to buy, say, a $20,000 Bitcoin. You got that one wrong. Okay, that's one example. Or there are people still waiting for $1,000 ETH, under $1,000 ETH. They never got that. Okay, so that's one critical example. Another critical example is which coins. You don't know which coins. Okay, if you are getting murdered by altcoins along the way, you learn way better, way more efficiently than someone just sitting on the sidelines doing research. And they never catch up, friends. So what we've actually been able to see out here is everybody ends up in the mid-curve. Okay, they're too scared to get in. They don't believe. So yeah, it's easier said than done, right? Where you just go, just sit on the sidelines, go buy the coins that are going to move. No. Like, friends, I'm making videos for you, highest value content with a very, very straight posture and very, very pointy elbows. And there are people here, they're spending a lot of time in crypto like us, but they refuse to look at meme coins. You know what I mean? So they're still here all the time. They still get it wrong. So what chance does somebody sitting on the sidelines have picking the right coins? They got no chance, man. They're going to be looking at CoinGecko, looking at the top 10 coins. How are they going to see any of these DEX coins? They got no idea. Moving on to on-chain, okay? Then you got to find the active community. They have no idea where to look. Everything looks the same. There's a lot of these spam and scammers everywhere. There's like this factory of meme coin creators. They don't know that you need actual energy for a community, but you can't quantify that. How do you measure the energy? Everybody's faking the engagement. So it's easier said than done, right? But you can only sniff this out if you've been here in the trenches like you and me. I got a very fun video as well. Richard Hart congratulates Donald Trump on becoming a DeFi founder like himself. Check it. Man, this AI is getting way too good now. Way too good. I can't believe, man. I'm just like, every month, it's learning how to make it a bit more real, a bit more smooth. It's totally like, man, it's going to pass for some crazy stuff soon. Also, friends, I made this video a while ago and I didn't want to post. I made it early in the year. This is my hat dance. Okay.
Your ATM is safe. The Federal Reserve
I want to play all of it, but I can't. So you should watch it. I made it. I made it at the top. I never posted it because I knew. I just knew. So it was at the top earlier of the year. So actually, I'll show you when. I didn't tell anybody about it. It's been my secret that I made it. Okay, I made it around somewhere in this zone. But just something in the universe told me, I go, you know what? I'm just not feeling the pump. I'm just not feeling it. And luckily, look what ended up coming back down. I didn't want to waste it. So it's kind of funny. I made that. I was just energized to do that. I felt like an hour was making. I was like using this little custom Clipchamp thing to do it. And for nothing, I didn't even post it. I did not even post it. So it's kind of funny. I'm just using that as a little microcosm example. If I go and do that, okay. And by the way, this is real. after a big pump of a move and you enter complacency, after the euphoria of the Wall Street cheat sheet, when you enter complacency, the real art, the real videos, the real creativity comes out to shine, okay? And I'll show you on the Wall Street cheat sheet right now. Complacency, all right? So this is something not only have I noticed many times, but I've learned, I've practiced seeing it, I've been able to pick it, many coins. So the big art, friends, nobody makes the big crazy stuff. Nobody makes it on the run up, okay? They don't actually make it in euphoria. Why? They're too excited. They're too excited. They don't have time to make it in euphoria. They make it in complacency. The best example I can tell you is the AI coins, I think in 2023, last year. So what happened was, after all the AI stuff went up, people started putting Drake's voice in AI songs and singing about their own meme coin stuff. Okay, and that was in complacency. Actually, you don't see, they're all gone now. I don't even remember the names, okay? And they did this for Pepe, by the way. After Pepe got listed on Binance, it hit the top and it came and did a complacency drop on it. So just look out for this stuff. So basically, it's kind of like, friends, we have a worship gene in us as humans. So whenever something glorious happens, like, oh, this candle went really, really high. A lot of people now in here, there's a lot of value here. People do stuff to basically show their appreciation of it. It's kind of funny, right? They make art, they make statues. You never know, man. We're going to see some crazy stuff next year. Now, I've got to remind you of the Trumpamentals, friends. This is an awesome picture. pDAI and Pulse Chain, and we have the Mog glasses, and we have Donald Trump checking out my Twitter. So, friendly reminder as well, pDAI, friends. pDAI actually leads the altcoins on Pulse Chain. It's actually insane. And the chart is cranking right now. This is it. Friends, remember, it flipped green on the weekly super trend. Now, man, it's so close. Look how close it is to 1 cent. It's so close. Now it's 42% higher. Also, friends, I just want to show you, okay, I don't have any, of course, I've got skin in the game, but yeah, I don't have a dog in the fight, if you will, about any of the drama, even though, yeah, it did come after me personally, but I don't care, man. It's just markets. But I just wanted to let you know, I can't find the exact tweet, but Johnny Chaos, obviously one of the staunch Hexagon believers and maxis, and is a really, really crowd favorite. He admitted in a tweet that he bought like 100 million pDAI for $100 or something, or 30 million pDAI for $100. 30 million. So that would be 30 million bucks at at $1. Okay. So, and then the pDAI guys are now tagging him saying, why would you do that? Hold it the whole time and then like refuse to talk about it. Okay. So now, see, this is the tough part, friends. If you talk about something and it goes down, you get blamed. And then if you don't talk about something and it goes up, you get blamed. Like, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. That's why you have to make your own decision. That's why, friends, I always tell you as well, okay, the secret to all these, friends, is it's really my 90% call 10% lottery. Okay, just the mindset. Because if you have one coin only belief, if you're a Bitcoin maxi believer, okay, you don't even like, if you're not even open to accumulating this. Look, pDAI hit 90% down here, and remember it came back down here, hit another 83%. So because you even have a belief of lottery tickets, you're like, hey, I can throw stuff around, I can learn about things. You get more skin in the game that way. You have a higher probability of being on a big winner by the end of the cycle. You do, okay? Because you're at least open to it. The people who are stuck in one thing, they never get that. And look, of course, people will say, it doesn't matter, my great thing's going to keep going. Yeah, here's the thing, but man, we know only, what is it, like 85% of coins, friends, they never pretty much break their all-time high against in the following cycles. You know, so most people, they're playing with fire here if they're just sticking to one thing completely. That's why it's really important just to keep on top of the game. Now, I'm not saying to touch pDAI or do anything. Yes, it did flip green on the weekly super trend. You can do what you want. I think it'll be nice, man, if it can hit this 2 to 3 cents, and then everyone's really going to be dreaming about $1 and stuff. So, you just have to, like, you know, remember pDAI leads, friends, as well. It leads the altcoins, and there's going to be more to come. But yeah, only you can make this decision now, because remember, I'm contrarian. I like buying cheap. But even I know, friends, I know, like, we're in a momentum phase. So, like, even though you're buying high, you're buying into green 3-month candles, okay, which is very rare in crypto. You're buying into that part. And yes, they might top out, but they don't top out instantly. This thing could still run another 6 to 9 months, you know, and that's very, very painful for people sitting on the sidelines when you think about it from that perspective. So yeah, it might be high if you're considering a 3-year view, but if you're there to get in and wait for a top signal, that's what pretty much everyone's going to be forced to do next year, actually. want to give you a friendly reminder. We're going to be seeing more of this type of information. Elon Musk, right? See, they're trying to spin it positively. Elon, like Tesla now holds $1 billion of Bitcoin. But if you remember, man, Elon sold 75% of his Bitcoin here at 28K when it came back. He never got back in. Okay, so he bought up here, comes back, sells it, we go down, and then, yeah, we eventually reverse back up. So he sold 75% of it, and, yeah, I think later on, as the price goes higher, people are going to be tagging him about it and talking about it too, okay? Because this is what happens in a bull market, friends. In a bull market, the crowd gets bigger and it snowballs, and then sellers are seen as the enemy, which is great. That's what you want, man. Like, you know, sellers were seen as, oh, yeah, you're a smart person for 3.5 years. It's time for them to be seen as the enemy. But don't let that consume you completely. But also, I'll be lying, man, if I didn't tell you the truth. The truth is that, yes, selling too early, you will regret it, okay? And you will be considered like you're an enemy of yourself at that point because you waited for so long. I mean, look what happened to Germany, friends. The sexy German ladies were dumping on us. Look at this. Germany sold all their Bitcoin at $55,000. How's that looking now? It's like one of the worst decisions ever. It's just interesting to see Ivan talk about it. It's so funny. It is true. They can literally press a key button. They're like, bro, why do you want your fiat? You can just press the button and just get the fiat there. They balance their own books. It's kind of funny. So instead of selling the Bitcoin, they could have just printed the money. But they're like, no. We're going to balance our book properly and not do this money printing. But we're looking at it like, dude, we know in the next 3 to 12 months, you're just going to press that money printer again and you're going to do it all over again. So why are you pretending like you're going to balance your book right now? So don't believe any of their BS, okay? These guys, they want to get rid of stuff. They're following all these boomers. They have no idea what's going on, and they're going to get crushed. And trust me, they're going to feel it later on, friends. They're going to feel it. Like how do you... Look, Bhutan now have $1 billion of Bitcoin, okay? Like, it's going to be so easy. People just make the memes and send it to the German government. They're going to be putting, like, Bhutan on top of the throne, and then Germany, like, GDP going down. And it affects them psychologically, man. Because when Bitcoin goes into the media... Okay, people don't really understand it. They're going to be thinking, oh, wow, the government could have owned this, and they sold it. So this is going to put a positive bid on us all. This is that news about Bitcoin flipped silver. Look at this silver down here, friends. All the way down here, we flipped silver. And yes, Uncle Peter Schiff made a post about it. Of course, he's got Kobe. He made like a heartfelt post. Like, oh, Bitcoin flipped silver. He goes, but it wasn't the first time, and it's not going to be like that for long. And then like you just see when people said, oh, gold's next. That's so obvious, gold's next. And he's like, no way, not a chance in hell. I don't know, man. I don't know. Digital gold, Ponzi money. Who have we got to flip next? We got to flip Saudi Aramco. Then we got to flip Amazon. Then the Goggle, the Microsoft, and look at this, all the way gold 17 trillion. I think that would be something like maybe $750,000 Bitcoin. Maybe not this cycle, but you know, we'll see. Also, friends, if you I know sometimes you probably get this feed, like watch a lot of Peter Schiff and stuff. You're like, because I get it too. I'm like, oh, maybe I should just own 5 or 10% of my portfolio in total in gold and silver. Then you actually look at the process to get it. Do you know how annoying it is, man? Firstly, you know you got to pay like a 2% slippage if you want to buy a lot of physical stuff. Like the slippage is stupid. The price doesn't even move that much to justify it. Number one. Number two, you got to physically store it. Okay. Even in Australia, if you want to store it, they have to be in a specific government-approved warehouse, and they have to have it locked over a certain amount of dollars. I'm like, that makes no sense. I'm buying this gold and silver to protect myself from you, and the requirement is I have to keep it in a vault that you have a security on. I know it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. That's why, man. Nothing beats Bitcoin, friends. It's not even close. By the way, if you go out to the stores now, like everyone's just like swiping with their phone. It's like, well, it's so close, one step away. Everyone's just going to be using everything just to pay with crypto. But you know, paying with crypto is bearish because that's spending it. You don't want to do that. This is when we're celebrating Bitcoin hitting $88,000, $89,000. It looks like Jim Cramer was right after all. He said tech was too high last week. Yes, it's actually true, friends. Can you believe it? I had my breaking news. Jim Cramer said the stock market was too high last week. I'm like, bro, this guy, he's meant to be a permable. He literally said it was like, this is it, friends. He said it was too high here. This is wild to me, man. Right here, he said it was too high. He said the stock market and tech, you're way too high. And then we just did an up-only burst up, man. That's freaking insane. How does he do it? It's just the most random point ever. Like, why would you get bearish the stock market after it goes up at that most random specific time? Well, is it random? No. He's the inverse oracle god for a reason. Last thing I'm going to do, friends, is leave you with this information from a Coinfessions Rekt again. But the algorithm on my Twitter feed has put a nasty and nice surprise, depending on your perspective, of this guy just missed out. Look at this. Coinfessions, I am tired, man. I've been effing trying and nothing is working. Nuked my portfolio to zero. No social life, family issues, grades dropping. Sometimes I just want to quit. Right under it, look at Morad's post. Meme coins are young people's crypto. Don't fade young people. You follow them. The earlier, the better. Meme coins is their asset class and it will continue to outperform. Yes, so as you can see, this Coinfessions Rekt, he's obviously trading, friends. He's a young kid. He's talking about his grades, obviously in high school. Feels like a loser. Well, you probably have to learn the hard way, man. He's going to be one of those stories in next cycle when they're like, hey, I came in, I started trading, I made the same mistakes, and then I realized you actually have to hold. Maybe he's lucky enough to come across my channel because he has no idea why things go up in the first place, okay? You need long-term buyers to come in and buy. You have the money supply working in your favor the longer you hold, but it takes time. You just have to hold, but they have to see it to believe it, okay? They just come in, they're just trading around a little phantom wallet, swapping JPEGs, and clearly they got no idea what's going on, friends. But also, Morad's post about meme coins, you gotta understand what's happening, okay? So we live in a tech world, it's globalized. The market gives value based off Metcalfe's law. If you have a group of people, okay? If you have a motivated group of people, the market gives you value, Metcalfe's law. We get that, okay? There's no revenue yet, all right? In the future, I don't know how. Don't ask me about the apps. Don't ask me about exactly the connecting the dots. But in the future, somehow, we will be able to monetize that, okay? It's a city of people. We will be able to get profit revenue streams there somehow, okay? Now, I'm just going to give you this random example that I made years ago. This is how I knew it to be bullish in crypto, but it might not work out, but it might, okay? So imagine all of us could have a debit card linked to our bank account, but it does a buy and burn to a token that you like, okay? A token you like. And maybe people in a community, they like have deals or products and services to make people adopt their credit card. Let's say Hex had a credit card. Imagine like there was a Hex card where every time you went to the shops, it would basically buy maybe not buy and burn. Maybe it would like buy you an extra 1% of the purchase and buy it in Hex. Okay, so you're like accumulating over time. So the more people spend over time, it just accumulates. Imagine it just sat there. Okay, and if you have this multiplied by like millions of people, you have like constant chewing up of the offer. I'm just giving you an example right on the real world. So that is going to have its own revenue stream in the future. It just doesn't exist right now. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is just trying to like forecast in the future one revenue stream. Of course, this is like boring and like it's where the gains are already gone. But I'm just showing you it is possible. And people in crypto right now, they can't see anything like this. All they see is just tickers on the internet. They think, oh yeah, there's a million people in this group, but there's no revenue here, so it's got no value. Okay, if you think like that, you miss out on early Apple, you miss out on early Amazon, you miss out on Google, you miss out on Facebook, you literally miss out on every big tech company. Okay, this is all tech. They're all networks. They're all priceless networks. Okay, so this guy, right, this poor guy, so the universe is speaking to him right now. He's a young kid. Meme coins are your thing. That's it. Okay, we're all in this game. Meme coins makes him feel something. Okay, it's a new asset class. It's like, I describe his friends, this is like to show you how forward thinking I was. I was talking about this in 2021. Okay, so I wasn't saying meme coin SuperCycle words. Okay, what I was saying was Shiba Inu and Doge give people the Disneyland experience in crypto. Okay, so I was the only person talking about that in 2021. Okay, and why was I talking like that? It was because everybody was upset that they went up so high and they all thought they were scams and they kept pumping. Okay, so I was like, well, these things have value here. They're offering people something in the world that the other crypto don't offer. But no one believed that. Why? Because there's no revenue, no profits, no revenue sharing, and none of that. But you know, Bitcoin doesn't have any revenue sharing. That's doing just fine. Okay. So now you have a 3D perspective of how it's all going, friends. Bitcoin is cranking. Where's it going to go from here? You know, let the monthly candles play out, right? We've got 3 in a row. If we get to 7, okay, we'll have another conversation there. Like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you soon.